When we start in the trading world, something very difficult for the traders is identifying the trading zone or buying or sell zone. Even sometimes it's difficult for me despite the years that I had been trading, but this is something improves with practice. All you had to do is practice every single day to improve your skills in making it better, your abilities to watch and recognize buying or selling zones on trading. Hey guys, welcome to the Next Way Trading. My name is Lester. On this video, I'm going to show you how I identify the sells and buying zones with the simple methods with TradingView, and this is the signals that I send inside the day trading signals group. If you want to join us, the link is below in this video. So let's rock with this video.
So let's go to the graph. To locate buying or selling areas, certain rules must be set here, which I think is one of the most important, that liquidity areas have not previously been mitigated. It is the area where the money is that we have to know, since it is where the price has left some orders or from some traders who are so active in those areas, and the price sooner or later will arrive for that money. But if the price has already mitigated those entry points, it may not be a good idea to operate. When you have already tested it before, this is an area that has been tested before. We see that you have touched it here, that simply marked a reaction zone due to accumulation that was here and was tested and left to the rise. And what has also happened to me on occasions is that we see this reaction zone and possibly we want to enter into a purchase because we saw that in the past it has already done this. Some call it support and resistance, others may be liquidity zones, and etc. But this is what happens. For example, we put the stop loss and we put our super aggressive take profit, and we, with the hope that the price will react and go up, make a purchase. And what we have to take care of here is the balance with which we are operating in the lottery. But what happened here, as it already was, has been previously mitigated, and there are no purchase orders here. It breaks violently because there are no purchase orders that make the price react. So what is going to make the graph or the price is going to bring the orders or in the liquidity a little lower. This is the trade that we have sent yesterday. Not all the three are that good. And this is the way that, to me, I like to operate, at least with the one my teacher Carlos Darras taught me then. And also on YouTube, I saw a lot of information on YouTube. Okay, so what we are looking for here is points of liquidity, always following the market structure, but also in balance and liquidity. Not in this case, not I opted for the market structure. If I didn't look, I opted for a setback. That's why the take profit was short of 58 pips, but my stop loss was 6.3, so a profitability of 9.22%, depending on the balance or loadage that was used at the time of taking this trade. How do we identify this area if it had already been shown to me here that the price had been tested, and that it was not a very good idea, that it was not so much to operate upwards? If we change the temporality in the chart, we can see totally different things, and we can see prices where it has not been tested, where it has not arrived. And this is one of these reaction zones. Obviously, I opted for a little lower, which was this little orb that we see here, and I decided to operate. The price had its reaction. We knocked down our order block. We saw that it reacted. Yes, but in the same period of time, not in the same period of time it reacted, and the rise continued, and it begins to generate all this imbalance where it does not arrive, and then here it does arrive, and it generated this all unbalanced to be able to take that trade towards the rise with which is very possible that the price will continue to go down. That is why I have here my possible entry area, and if we can test it in different temporalities, I think that it marks a better entry opportunity for me here. Let's see this one here. It marks an order block for me, brand that has already been tested at the same time, broke it. And we saw, here I am going to take everything. And wick, and always the stop loss, is going to be a little above the last high. We saw that it reacts. I already tested it. Yes, this is for continue in the trend. If we change the temporality, and we can see it in different temporalities, I think it is optimal. We see that we do have a downward trend. And precisely where we have our reaction zone here, we have the wick here. That is where possibly everything is a possibility. The price reacts and gives us a selling opportunity. Okay, we have already optimized this purchase. We can enter the precise retracement, and we obtained a juicy profit from a short trade. but with the very little risk I have heard traders who promote the idea of wanting to risk that they do not. Let's be afraid of the stop, and I totally agree with that, but I don't really agree with risking one and winning one. That is, it doesn't work for me. And we have the idea of saying we are going to risk $1,000 and we are going to lose $1,000 or earn them depending on how lucky we are on the train, but I don't totally agree with that. So this is the way I operate. Let's continue with the buy or sell areas. Well, an indicator that works perfectly for that is this one called Sonar Lab, that it is to show me or the blocks. Yes, and possible buying areas. What I have to do here is see the reaction of the price. Here we see that the price has reacted in this 4-hour blog. We see it, and he reacted, and he kept it both times. Have the signal. I will go to it, be sending. We are going to wait for the market to give me those opportunities that I am waiting for now. Operate in favor of the trend, to look for breakouts, because the best thing will always be to operate in favor of the trend here. We already saw that it was mitigated, which was what we saw previously, that the price has already tested it, it has already touched it, and it goes and continues to rise, and it will continue to rise. That is going very strongly towards the rise. In this case, I am going to wait for the price to reach this small point that we see here, is this little one that we have taken. Let's remember the lower blocks in the last opposite candle. Although I like it much better, this one doesn't. This one looks much prettier. This one has already been tested. We see that here in 1 hour time frames, the blog wine orb was created. I test them and it went down and continued down. All I hope is that it generates a bit of a balance, but that it continues with its downtrend. And this is the trend it has so far, as a downtrend. It has had its reversal. Yes, but it continues with the downward trend, and that is what we are looking for. We are looking for that opportunity, so rule number 1 is that the price has not been previously tested to be able to take this trade. Rule number 2, search for liquidity, and since it has not been tested, it is tied to rule number 1, is that it has much more liquidity. The price has not gone for that liquidity, and that money is kept there. And I know that I am completely sure that the price will arrive in that area sooner or later. Rule number 3 does not worry about the fact of wanting to search for buying or selling areas. Many times we rush to take the trades, and believe me, I know it because it has happened to me. We rush to take all 3. Many times we over-leverage to want to recover what we lost in a previous trade. But that is absolutely nothing good. Brings you something that I have learned, is that the market will always give us more opportunities, either with this currency or with another currency. We see another currency of the dollar. Well, the dollar yesterday, I did not send this signal. I was waiting for you, the euro. Sorry, and I'm only testing it. Not only I was waiting for it, I didn't send it. I was left with that uncertainty. It will be that I did not enter. But look, it was a good opportunity, but that is also what it is about doing a back testing to see that your analyses are good. Another signal sent last week was this one here, which is the same in this case with this signal that did not occur here to go down in this case with this signal. What we did was create the structure that the market already had. Looking for breakout structural that the market was giving to be able to qualify for a good entry. This signal was sent. If this was my stop loss, my maximum loss mark in my entry zone was here. It was a signal sent of 49 pips, and it was a winner now. Well, the same in this zone. A break is now created. Now it is a break in the structure because it continues. Now it is going downwards, that the break in the structure would become this one here. And we now begin to look for retracement zones, a possible retracement zone that it is going to be created along the way. It is not going to be good. It had this area that was here, but obviously it is not going to comply. We are going to look for another entry area for this is our chart. Okay, we see that the market has shown here a break in the structure. Our buying or testing area will be more or less around here where the price has remained a bit in the range, and we will look at different temporalities for the possibility of us opting for a trade that allows us to operate. But we need to see this. Find the order blog, find our entry. We are going to see in different realities to have a better vision of where we can make the purchase structure break. Had a bullish structure, had not broken it here, it says a bit, but here it is definitely gone downwards. We changed to 5 minutes. We see that our possible reaction zone is going to be this one here and now. We just have to wait to take a trade downwards when the optimal movement for each one is taking place. Okay, we will be aware of this trade. I will be aware of this trade to be able to send a signal when necessary. You see everything that moves inside the structure. You see everything that moves within an hour. If we see it in different temporalities, we will find where the price. It has had its strongest reaction. It can even be a little higher. Well, I opted for this one, but here we can better opt for this one because we say good, it is where the movement begins, but I go for the last opposite candle of the big push, and here it is where we can now choose to say where we are going to take the trade, not where our stop loss would say, where our take profit would go. We are going to do that for another video, but here we can find a sales area. A sales area in this part here where we can have the possibility of profit in a short period. And number 4 is, do not go to put an over leverage in a single trade. Take good care of your risk and profit. Do not forget to follow us in our Discord group. Join our Discord group with the link below this video. You can also join my group of signals where we are sending this type of analysis every week. I hope you like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, put your comments, and see you next time.